unedited. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I love being black. All right, all right, all right. Y'all know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. All right. All right. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. All right. Don't forget to leave your boy some stars. All right. That would be great, helpful. All right. We're live, uncut, unedited. Come on in, people. Make sure you share it on YouTube, Facebook. Share the live stream. Yeah. I love being black. All right. Tell the truth and shame the devil. All right. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. All right. I see y'all. I see y'all coming in. This is going to be a great, I'm going to make somebody mad tonight. I'm going to make somebody mad tonight. Somebody going to be mad at Martin Johnson tonight. I might lose a couple of friends tonight. Man, I might lose a couple of friends tonight. Lord, have mercy. But somebody got to tell the truth. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I got my partner here. She might want to come on in and talk about it. Vera Giles Norris. I tell you, people, I might lose a friend tonight. What's up, Roosevelt? Let me start talking to my people. Roosevelt, I see my partner, Vera Giles Norris. Phyllis Taylor, I see you. Tennille Spalding. What's up, Tennille? Louis Ramsey. Wanda Webb. What's up, Wanda? Doretha Glass. All right. Crystal Knight Hunter. All right. Billy Kinslow. I see you. Virginia Beasley. All right. Nathan LaFair. All right. Come on. We ain't gonna wait all day. We're gonna get to the meat of this. I'm gonna pull up that video, and man, it's gonna be, man. Aisha Allen. What's up, Aisha? I see you. I see you. I tell you, people, this is real. We're not going to play. All right, we're not going to play. This is real, people. Tisha Hayes. What's up, Tisha? Lakeisha Soel. All right. We're going to get down to it. Luana Trailer. What's up, Luana? What's going on? All right. Tisha Hayes and Crystal Marshbanks. All right. Live, uncut, unedited. We're going to step on some toes tonight. Miss Lemons, hold on. Let's see. Margaret Lemons. All right, people. Let's get to rocking and rolling. Share the video. If you guys share the video, we get enough people to come on in. This is where you already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Come on in, people. All right, we tell the truth and shame the devil. Ladies, it's going to be a great subject. And don't get mad at me now. Don't get mad at your boy Martin G, the crime chaser now. I'm just a messenger. All right. Oh, I got a call already. Woo. I got my mixed friend on here already, boy. You know she loved talking about you black women, girl. Go ahead. I ain't mad at you, Maurice Polk. All right. We're gonna get it cracking tonight. Somebody gonna be mad tonight at us. Somebody gonna be mad. Right. Kimmy Harris. All right, Linda Collins. All right, Troy Owens. What's up, Troy? LaShawn Soward. All right, man. This gonna be Sharice. I'm here. All right, Andrea Davis, Gregory Phillips. Somebody shared. Did you share it on your page, young lady? Huh? 0900. You always on here. Share it on your page. I'm on YouTube. Are you on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay. Send a link to somebody. Yeah, because I gotta get this out, because this is gonna be a good controversy post here. I want at least 100 people before I get started. I'm thinking
Well,
I'm
you
at.
know it's late, Martin.
Oh no, it's 10 o'clock. This is cool. They folks they up smoking dope, drinking, having sex. They open. They woke. They woke. The kids ain't even asleep right now. Shoot, I'm telling you, they woke. These folks woke. I've been on here later than this and hit 100, 200 people on here. I'm telling you the truth. You'd be surprised what people are into. All right, people
Well, see,
coming.
I had just looked at YouTube and I saw that you went live a minute ago. So I was like, well, let me go ahead and call in when I saw the title.
I knew I was gonna spin some heads, boy. I'm telling you, boy, this is gonna be dynamite. And man, there's a lot going on now. Y'all mamas, mothers, y'all know I love y'all. Most of y'all are my followers. But man, I got to tell the truth and shame the devil.
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
I'm telling you, I got to. I can't hold back. It's only fair that I be right.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, because and I'm sharing the video. Y'all share the video. I need y'all to share the video. Please share the video. All right. If you can't send me no stars, you could share the video. That'd be good for me. That's just as good. Share the video, people. Share the video. Come on now. It take a lot of time and energy to come before you guys just about every night. Take a lot of time and energy. I don't mind.
Mark, you got your own studio? This is inside your house.
You got what?
You got your own studio somewhere? It's inside your house.
Inside my house. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
But eventually I'm getting ready. I'm working on that now. Well, I can have a lot of, I can invite some of y'all crazy folks in here. I tell you. All right, look like we at 100 something right now. All right, caller, let's get started. Come on, let me show the video first. Let me do that. Let's do the video.
I haven't seen the video, Mark.
Don't worry about it. I'm finna show it. You can listen to it. Just listen to it. Listen.
Okay.
Listen.
And making sure that you went to school and you got the education that you needed. Okay?
Terrible.
I don't
Absolutely
care
terrible.
what she's saying. I wanted a dad. I've always wanted a dad. You can be that mother. You can always be a mother. And so it's like, but I still need my own father figure. It doesn't matter at all.
Thank you. Reality check. Whenever you hear women say, I was the mama and the daddy, this is what it does to kids.
I knew one day that I would have to sit up real down and talk to her and let her know who her father is. The time that I set forth for her was at the age of 16.
At the age of 16?
But
what if something was supposed to happen in between the time?
I was the mother. I was the one who took care of you, raised you.
You raised me, but I didn't have a father.
It did not matter whether you had a father or not, to me. Because I was the mother.
There it is.
I was the one that was supporting you, keeping a roof over your head, and making sure that you went to school and you got the education that you needed. Okay?
Terrible.
I don't
Absolutely
care
terrible.
what she's saying.
Listen.
I wanted a dad. I've always wanted a dad. You can be that mother. You can always be a mother. And so it's like, but I still need my own father figure. It doesn't matter at all.
Thank you. Reality check. Whenever you hear women say, I was the mama and the daddy, this is what it does to kids.
I knew one day that I would have to sit up real down and talk to her and let her know who her father is. The time that I set forth for her was at the age of 16.
At the age of 16? But what if something was supposed to happen in between the time?
I was the mother. I was the one who took care of you, raised you.
You raised me, but I didn't have a father.
It did not matter whether you had a father or not, to me. Because I was the mother.
There it is.
I was the one that was supporting you, keeping a roof over your head, and making sure that you went to school and you got the education that you needed. Okay?
Well, y'all heard it. We're going to stop it right there. We'll go back to it. Yeah. All right. My sister, come on with it. Come on. Come on with it now. Come on. Talk to me now. What you got to say about this?
Okay, Martin. Well, this is the thing. So I got personal experience with this because my brother and I, we have different dads, and he's never even seen a picture of his dad. And so his dad died also. So, you know, my mom, I don't think she never tried to keep him away from him, but it was one of them things where, you know, he just didn't want to have anything to do with him. So Like, but I just feel like I used to think to myself, you know, why can't you take him to go see his dad at the court meetings, like when you would need child support and stuff like that? Why can't you go take him to see him, you know? So, but I don't know, you know, but it wasn't the case where she kept him from him or something, at least not that I know of, but she always just told him that he didn't want anything to do with him. So.
Now,
but I do see how it's affected him though, because I saw that when my dad would come over and get me and give me money or take me out to eat, or, you know, I would come back with shoes or clothes. Like my mom would tell me that he would start crying and he would say things like, you know, where is my dad? And, you know, I feel like that like over time he envied that, you know, naturally so. And I feel like that's contributed to part of our relationship today, where I've always kind of felt like this secret animosity, and I can never really pinpoint it. But I've kind of recently discovered, you know, it's just, I can see that that's kind of like a, you know,
okay,
a cause of it.
Let me ask you a question real quick. Now, do you think your mother played a role in that too? Because a lot of times as children and our parents, our mother been the mother's been the custodian parent, the one that had physical custody of us. She tell us what we want to know. So we base our feelings on what our mom tell us, what our mother tell us about our father. And a lot of time it may not be true. Then we get grown up and get older and we find out it's totally different. Our dad did want to be in our life. But we come to find out, mom said, well, if you're not going to be with me, you're not going to be able to see your children. Now, you have some parents out there like that now. That goes for white, black, Hispanic, Puerto Rican, don't make no difference. This is all across the board. This is universal right here, what we're talking about now. We talk about black issues on it, but this is universal. And you heard that young lady. She said, you are my mom, but I want to know who my daddy is. So you got a lot of young people that you talk about every day. When I say you, a lot of us is doing older people that don't know who their fathers, mad at life, mad at everything. So this could be a lot of behavior problem. This could be some things that are going on with the behavior with our youngsters. And I'm just telling you now, moms, y'all out here, you sleeping with these guys and you don't know nothing about them, and vice versa. So I won't thinking I'm on here woman bashing, or, you know, I'm not doing that. But you owe your daughter or your son an explanation, a truthful one. Now, I know it's embarrassing as being a mother and you don't know who your child's father is. And I'm trying to say in my mind, how could you really tell your child that you don't know who their father is? That may be embarrassing to any parent. Go ahead, my dear sister. I had to say that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think that was the case with my mom. She was very young when she had me and my brother. She only 13 months apart. So when I was like 3 months or whatever, she was pregnant by another man with my brother. So, you know, so she was definitely kind of, you know, doing her thing. But I could tell you this though, she never had men ripping and running outside the house. You know, we was real young, like toddlers. I remember a couple boyfriends, but that quickly faded away. And, you know, I can confidently say that, you know, she didn't have different men and stuff around after those two boyfriends when we was real young. Like,
well, let me say this.
Like 4.
Let me say this. I'm going to tell you what parents do, and I know. Once you guys go to bed, go to sleep, that phone ringing, that doorbell ringing, company coming in, before you wake up, company leaves. So a lot of times, you do have single moms that don't bring children around. I mean, bring a man around their children, but they bring them in the house while y'all sleep. Hold your thought right there.
No.
I'm not saying that may be the case. You would know. See, parents do a lot of things we don't know. Trust me. And I always say, Young people know when somebody in that house. But let me go to the next caller. So hold on. I got an out-of-town guest. 918. Come on, caller. 918. You're live, uncut, unedited.
Oklahoma, brother. How you
what's
doing,
up, man? I ain't heard from you, preacher, man. What's going on? You all right?
How you doing, man?
All right, good.
Well, yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I just want to share with that. When I met my wife, my son was 3. I don't say stepson. So she never stopped him from having a relationship with his dad. But I'm not going to get into the situation with how his dad was, but I was dad and stepped in. I'm sorry with that. I was dad and stepped in, but she never stopped him from spending time with her son. But the decision was his, So we had to battle with those things, as far as his anger issues, and he's grown now. But we never stopped him from sin. So it was his decision if he wanted to see him or not, So I just wanted to share that, though.
Okay, thank you. Oklahoma, listen to this. Rashawn said, Martin, sometimes women make mistakes like men do. Correct? Who doesn't know who their father is? Listen, woman, I don't know how old you are, young lady, older lady. It's a lot of people out here that don't know who their father is. A lot. Maybe you just fortunate to know who your father is. But it's a lot of people out here. I'm talking about adults that don't know who their father is. So
my brother.
Yeah. So just don't assume because a person grown they know who their father is. Yeah. So I want to say that to the young lady because see we listen, the way some of us talk, we assume that everybody have a 2-parent household. People are not homeless. People are homeless out here. All right, hold it. I got another caller. 3268. Come on.
Good evening, Martin.
Hey, is that Dr. Roosevelt?
Yes, it's Roosevelt.
Oh, that's my brother. He let his light shine. Go ahead, Roosevelt. Go ahead.
I just had to call in because it's quite strange that you would talk about this particular topic on tonight. Because, of course, you know me, if you know anything about my life, I did come up in a 2-parent household. My parents are now both retired, in the 80s, living in Minnesota. But I guess over the years, when I started dating and everything, I've dated women and everything with children, especially one in particular. Because it was one in particular, this was like back around like November 2004, I met her off of a chat line. And, she was pregnant when I met her. So, we were dating and everything, even together. So she gave birth to her daughter in January of 2005. So I was there in the delivery room. First time I ever witnessed birth, in my lifetime. They let me cut the umbilical cord and all of that. And I even helped to take care of her first month of her life because it was a girl. And, a little bit later in the relationship, me and the young lady, we had a bad, she did something and then she said something, I said something, anyway, we kind of had a little bit of a bad falling out. And also the young lady also had some mental issues as well. Okay. So, whenever I was there, whenever I was around, she always said it took the pressure off of her. She always felt better. But whenever I had to go or do other things, then, she was only left with that child. So by the time we broke up, she was left with the child. And so therefore she couldn't take it. Plus, I didn't even know what postpartum depression and all this other stuff was back then. So, she ended up having to give her child up, to her brother and his wife. So fast forward up until, because I had always thought of her daughter for years. She's now 18 years old. And I got a chance to meet her for the first time on this past Saturday. Because it's the first time I saw her since I was a baby. Or since she was a baby. But the young lady, she was also there. And the young lady, she kind of cussed me out very, very good. She told me, do not ever say that I was there when she was first born. Don't say anything like that. If you open up your mouth and say anything, I'm going to put my religion on the shelf And your feelings going to get hurt if you end up saying something you got no business saying. So, it was a barbecue for the girls' graduation. So I gave her a card and everything. I told her that I'm so glad that she has done well and everything, and that she's, good and that she's safe, and it's, good to see her. But she did not want me to mention that I was there where she was born, like a father figure. And even though I don't have any children of my own, I kind of got a taste as to how some men feel when they have a falling out with a wife or ex-girlfriend or baby's mom or whatever, and then all because of whatever is going on with those two, then the parent or the other parent don't want them to really see the child, because even though she didn't raise her, she made it clear to me, I don't care what you say, even if you were there, that's my child, even though she didn't raise her.
Okay. Hold it right there, Roosevelt. Let me go to the next caller. 9914. Yes, 9914 caller. 9914.
Hey, what's going on, Mark? Thanks, brother, for letting me on.
Yes, sir. Come on with it.
It's very important that the child have a father in their life, both parents.
Mm-hmm.
I had my son when I was 15 years old. And then had another child at 18, had my daughter at 18. And then my kid's mother, she had another child after that. And all the kids, they called me dad. And it's like, those are my kids. It's like, you can't change that. But it's like, I've been there all their life. And it's like, I'm also a father like other kids, like any kid that really like come around. It's like, it was something you said. I can't remember exactly what you said, Mama. She was right about it. But it's like, men need to be around, period. It's like if once the kids see a father figure, they know what a father figure is. And how how you were saying, like, men think with they mind, women think with their heart. So when they got both parents around, the kid know how to properly function for certain situations. Certain situations you think with your heart, certain situations you think with your mind, and then your father he gonna discipline you, about like how to react to things. So it's like you're living,
but,
you're living like.
But hold
you
on.
Live a lifestyle.
Hold it, brother. Hold it.
Go ahead.
The point we want to get to, we want to say that children need to know who their father. They need to know that. That's the point that we want to bring out today. And that's what we want to bring out today, because some children,
definitely.
That's what we want to bring out today. Children need to know who their father is. Now, we often, ladies, no disrespect, but I got to tell the truth. And what? And shame the devil. I don't need no man. Okay. I could do this all by myself. And you're right. You have that choice. You don't need no man, but guess what? What about your children? Do they need a man? Do they need a father? You can't be both now. You need to be one or other. You cannot be both. So that's what I want to focus on tonight. I want to focus on parents not telling who their children's father is. That's what I want to focus on. Fortune, you a good person and you father a lot of children and all that, but children need to know who their father is. Yeah. Hold on, brother. 6112. I think that's Reb. 6112. Reb the barber.
Hey, what's going on, Mark?
Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, first of all, one of the most important things in life is just as a child brought in this world, it should be treated in this world. And that's with a mother and a father. As a matter of fact, a father and a mother, because a man is the first of instructions, knowledge, and everything unto that child, along with that discipline. I remember when, I came up in a messed up situation with my mother and my father wasn't even together when they had us. But at the same time, when we was in the DCFS system, living in Milwaukee with my sister, my mother always told us, reach out to your father. She always told your father got a business. Reach out to your father. And she told me that enough to the point where when I got older and got 16 years old, I went looking for my father.
Reb, hold on a minute. Hold on. Call in number. Somebody need to know the number. 872-299-0800. or 872-297-6389. All right, go ahead, Reb. I had to get that little in. Somebody want to know the number. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I was fortunate to be able to come up in a time where, you know, the women, they wasn't so bitter to the point where they kept the fathers out of the lives of the children. It was mostly the fathers not manning up. But now we in a different time. I've had best friends. One of them is no longer here.
Hold it. Let's get. I want to get this clear because I read a comment. Mothers, the topic is tonight. We have to let our children know who their father is now. Whether if their father want to be in their life or not, no excuse. You let them know who their father is. That's what we're talking about. So don't come on here and talk about he got to want to know them. No, the question is, the point we're trying to bring out, children want to know who their father is. Let them decide if they want to build a relationship with him or pursue a relationship with him. All right?
All right.
Let's put all this it didn't work out stuff behind us. Let's put that behind us. What about the children? You have a right not to be with the father. You have a right to choose not to want to get married or whatever, be with him. That's your choice. But what about the child? That's what we talk. What is the best interest of the child? That's what I'm talking about. Go ahead, Reb.
Martin, can I say something?
Yeah, Go ahead. Go ahead, real quick.
So,
well, let me.
Okay,
Go ahead.
I wanted to say, I wanted to harp on what you just said just now. You know, a lot of women, they don't understand that concept because they see their children, they don't see them children as individuals. They see them as like an extension of themselves. It's almost like they don't really see them as their own person who has their own feelings and identity. The parents kind of vicariously live through their children, or they just have their children like as just to say they have something that's their own. So that's why some of these women feel that way. It's like I say, it's a lot of psychological issues, Martin. Okay. A lot of unhealthy psychological issues that we got.
Okay, hold it right there. Go ahead, Reb.
Yeah, I feel some of what you're saying, but today we live in a time. You know, I've had friends and I've had best friends. One of them no longer with us, who all her child life had her thinking that she was the daughter of a man who wasn't her father. You understand? Right. All because in some of what the sister was just saying,
Reb, hold it one more time. 4093, you got to put your phone on mute. 4093, put your phone on. I hit a lot of stuff in the background. All right, go ahead, Reb. Go ahead, Reb.
All because of her feelings for a man who wasn't her child's father. All because it was a mistake out of nowhere on one night stand on the man who was the child's father. And now I got to be the child godfather all her life. You know, the stuff that I see deal with. I just had a best friend where he had to come to me. He had to ask me, man, what should I do with this situation? Because he had a credit to go and allow a blood sample to be tested off a child that in the past the mother never went. But this new child, come to find out that the child is his. And then the mother allowed him into that child's life. 13 years, but at the same time, the child ain't that hurt. She's happy to see my friend as her father, and now they got an opportunity to build a relationship. I mean, it never matters how, and there's a lot of secrets going on out there when it comes to these children. You know what I'm saying? We always get treated as the man is nothing. The man don't stand up. He's a deadbeat. But no, at the same time, a lot of these children are living lives all their life.
Right. Let me say something, Reb. Reb, let me say something. This happened in all generations. It ain't just this new generation. It didn't happen all generations. This has been going on for a long time, brother. Trust me. It's been going on for a long time. So this ain't just happening.
Sister Cottonfield days.
Right. Thank you.
Some children. My sister was you know how my sister was brought in this world? She was raped. My mother, uncle raped her, and they're my sister. and they hid it. And my mother was disgraced out of Alabama and brought up here with the secret held by the family of what really happened on how my sister was brought into this world. Now you got a sister like mine living in trauma and demonic mentality because of the lie that she had to live with all her life and the torture and how she found out she was brought into this world. This is what we dealing with. We deal with a lot of trauma and issues, and it's crazy.
Right. Hold it, Ray. Let me go to the next caller. 4093. 4093. Come on, caller.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I first of all want to agree with almost all the callers to say that fathers definitely need to be in their children's lives. Yeah.
Hold on, ma'am. 505. I need you to put your phone on mute or something, or turn it down. There's echo. 505. Area code. Put your phone on mute or turn it down or something, because it's an echo.
505. Area code.
Okay, is that you, 224? You don't got me on loud mic, do you? Speakerphone. 224. Did you got me? The one I'm just 4093. Please do not have me on a speakerphone or Bluetooth. Turn the Bluetooth off. Turn me off speakerphone. Talk right directly in the phone because it gives an echo. I want everybody to hear what you have to say. All right. All right. Come on, 4093.
I want everybody to hear what you have to say.
All right.
Yes,
perfect.
Okay.
Oh.
4093.
Yes, live.
Hold on. 4093. Is this
Live,
your first time calling?
uncut.
Hold on, preach. Hold on. I need. All right, hold on. Live uncut. Just hold on. I need y'all to mute your phone because somebody is making an echo.
Somebody playing.
Yeah. Okay. 4093. Come on. Try it again.
Yes, sir. That's live, uncut, unedited.
Oh, that's old timer. Okay, go
yes,
ahead.
Yes, sir. This old timer. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well, the fathers have to have a strong endeavor to see about their children.
Now,
see, this happens. Go ahead now. I'm going to see what you're saying. Go right ahead.
We're not talking about the father. We're talking about the mothers telling the child who their father is. That's what we're talking about. Now, we're talking about moms being honest with the children, let them know. Now, even though the dad might be a deadbeat or whatever, but at least as a mother, tell your daughter who your father is. That's what we're talking about. But go ahead. Go ahead, old timer.
Well, yeah, it would be wrong to keep the secret.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Especially when it's pressing on your mind to do it. You need to release that. And that's really just a one-time thing. You don't have to keep on going over it. You need to sit down and have a candid conversation with your child and tell the child the truth. Just like you tell them there's no Santa Claus, you need to tell them who their father is. Now it may hurt, but it has to be done. Why would you carry a dead weight around on you and hold that over the child's head for many years to come? Because the child wants to know who is their father. Every child would like to know that. And whether it came through a mistake, as you put it, and it could have been a mistake. It could have been a force. But the bottom line is that if you went through the 9 months to have the child, then you should tell the child. You owe the child the truth. Yes. So I have to agree with you on that.
That's all. And old timer, I know you, I've met you personally, but I know that men are providers and they should provide for the woman, but we're not talking about that right now. We're just talking about
I got you. Okay.
That's what we're talking about. But stay online. Okay, 505. Come on. 505. Come on, 505. Area code.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, I have to agree with most of the callers. It says that children absolutely need to know their father. They need to know their bloodline and who they come from and who they may be related to. In my personal opinion, I think that there should be a mandatory paternity test at the time of every childbirth. Right? If there's a father that is potentially present, paternity needs to be established. The court and the system spend so much money providing support, sending people to court, questioning DNA, there are children that don't know their fathers, but there are mothers who don't know who the fathers are too. You know, so having an understanding of who that father is and what path you're going to take in involving that father and connecting the child and the father is important from the time of birth, not years later down the line, you know. So the children should have a choice in knowing who their parents are, absolutely, and knowing who their extended family is, because that's important. Even if not for relationships and social connections, for medical, genetic reasons, you know, health reasons, and various considerations for mental health and treatment for various situations. So it's definitely important.
Yeah. I agree with what you just said too. Yeah, I agree with what you just said.
Can I chime in on that?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Oklahoma. Go ahead.
You know what happens, and it's in my family as well. When these mothers, they will, the child will be born, and the man is the that carries the seed. They will not give this child the dad's last name. They will give their maiden name, but it's the man that carries that name. So if my mother married, she was a porter. She when I was born, she gave me my dad's last name. They must carry that name out, especially if it's a boy. He carries that name out. So how can he have his mother's last name and she is not that? That is the child. If I'm presenting it right, that is the child's dad will carry that last name. Now the young lady, when she gets married, her name will be her maiden name will be changed, you know, her from her dad's name. Like my girls, they're freely. But if they get married, their name will be the name of the husband that they married. But they do that, and they mess that up because that child has to carry that father's last name.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry, real quick.
All right. Go ahead.
Boy.
Go ahead, Rep.
It's a lot of varieties of complicated situations that we really would go all night if we really got into them. But the matter of this is that a child needs to know who their father is. Now we could base it on, like the lady was saying something about mandatory blood testing. If you statistically look inside these hospitals when babies are being born, most of these women are in there single. And 9 times out of 10, if that's the case, that child won't have a man's last name to put it in because there's no man to sign the birth certificate. I have my name on both of my sons' birth certificates. So if you got a father that's straight up, and sometimes it gets to the point where like I say, different complicated situations. Now, if we get into that, like I say, we'll be all night. But you have some men who, as my father, he was a Watkins, but it didn't work out for my grandmother and his father, and she moved away and she married a man by the name of Caston. That man gave my father in that time back in the 30s his last name. And he manned up. So my father did have a man in his life.
Okay. Hey, Red.
But he's still not the biological father.
Listen, Red.
Understandable.
Yeah,
but
listen
it's
to
a
this,
man
y'all.
in that life.
Hold it.
My father knew who his father was.
Hold it. No call ID said women going to protect the kids by any means necessary. Yes, it might be wrong for mothers not to tell their child who the father is, but in some cases they feel like they protecting the child. No, they protecting their bad behavior. That's what they protecting.
Right.
They ain't protecting no child. They protecting their bad that lifestyle, that ragged lifestyle they living. That's what they protecting about.
And Mark,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's feeling. So why would you be
Mark? Could I chime in on that real quick?
Go ahead, Roosevelt.
Yeah, I think that you're just right with just what you said, because even in this situation that I talked to you about, my situation, at the time I met the young lady, she admits that during that time she was in her wild stage. And she doesn't really know, who her daughter's father is. But yet I just ask, if, any ladies out there are in the kind of situation that I was in, if you do find somebody who still is kind of willing to step up, even though, you might not know who the natural biological father is, but someone who's kind of willing to act as a slight father figure or maybe a godfather or whatever it is, I mean, don't just go and just exit out or nothing either. That's all I would ask. Thanks.
All right. Now, somebody said, hold it. Somebody said this is a one-side conversation. It's not a one-side. The basic of this conversation is that a mother owe it to their daughter or son to tell them who their father is. They owe it to them. Now, whether or not if their father want to be in the child's life, I don't know, but at least the mother can tell her daughter or her son who their father is. That's what this whole conversation is about. This is not about deadbeat daddies. This is not about he could have been there. She didn't want to, this is not about that. So I just want to let you know.
You know what? We got this saying out there. There's saying out there that says mama's baby, daddy's maybe. All that bull stuff that made it a one side. That one sided us right then and there. So this conversation right here is needed to sit up there and hold the mothers accountable, because most of the time, if a child don't know their father, it's the mother's reasoning and fault. Not because the father ain't never been there. The mother, 9 times out of 10, every woman know who the child's father is, unless she's just chaotic out there and just doing anything with everybody and can't, know how more shows go. But
you're going to have a conversation. You're going to have a conversation first. You don't know who that person's first and last name is. And that's just, unless she was just raped or something. But, you're going to know that. So, to me, that's not an excuse. Before you even get into that act, you're going to at least have a friendly conversation. Well, where you live, where you was raised, or where you was born, you're gonna have some type of conversation before this happens. Unless you just go right at it. And I don't think
the rape thing is kind of complicated because women don't want to relive that story, knowing that the child is birth inside this world.
Regardless of complicated, that they owe it to their child to let them know who is their father. That's what this whole conversation is about, people. This is not about no deadbeat daddy, or you didn't want to be with him, or he didn't want to be. That's not. Listen, we let the child know. Let the child know who their father is. Then the child probably then can decide whether they want to pursue to get to know their father. Give them that option. Give them an option. Give them an option. Let's go back to this video, people. Let me go back to the video. Let's play it one more time. I like to play it. Let's go back to the video. Let me go back to the video. All right.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
What she's saying. I wanted a dad. I've always wanted a dad. You can be that mother. You can always be a mother. And so it's like, but I still need my own father figure. It doesn't matter at all.
Thank you. Reality check. Whenever you hear women say, I was the mama and the daddy, this is what it does to kids.
I knew one day that I would have to sit up real down and talk to her and let her know who her father is. The time that I set forth for her was at the age of 16. At the age of 16? But what if something was supposed to happen to me in between the time?
I was the mother. I was the one who took care of you, raised you.
You raised me, but I didn't have a father.
It did not matter whether you had a father or not to me. Because I was the mother. I was the one that was supporting you, keeping a roof over your head, and making sure that you went to school and you got the education that you needed.
Stop it right there. Listen. Now listen, people. Now listen. I'm gonna stop it right there. Now listen. This type of behavior right here. This is why a lot of our young people are running around here wild, shooting killer, because they got that inner hurt. I'm just telling y'all. Now, the mother is 100% correct. She took care of her, did all that, but you hid from her. You can't take the role of a man. Can't do that, mothers.
Can't do it.
I'm sorry, mothers. Y'all know I love y'all. I support the women. I have 4 daughters myself. You just can't do it. You owe it to your children to at least know their father first and last name. You owe that to them. Now, you're right. You don't need no man. Well, what about your children? They need to know their father. They need to know. That's why I'm talking about this subject tonight. Not calling nobody a deadbeat or he did this and he ran off on me. And I don't care about none of that. Only thing I'm concerned about tonight, why haven't you told your son and daughter who their father is? Or be honest with them.
Good subject.
Yeah.
Because they may be in a relationship with a relative. You haven't even told them about their daddy. It's possible a lot of petty reasons. They're a family member.
They selfish, Martin.
Yeah.
Even from the moment of conception, because then they got the opportunity to abort. That's why I'm against abortion.
Yeah.
Well, you know what else it is, Martin?
Yes.
Some of these women out here be sleeping with their own family members, like their cousins and stuff. So that's another reason they don't want to. They committed incest, and they don't want other family members to know. Yeah.
All there is a reason.
Listen to this. Lorraine Akers said, I think I pronounced it right. You are absolutely right. My mother denied my sister to know her father because of how he treated our mother, and had a negative effect on my sister. God rest her soul. Luckily, my father stepped in and took the father role for her. So it's a lot of hurt, Mom. I mean, Mom, we got a lot of growing up to do. Yeah. So this ain't I'm not only a female bashing now. I'm not at all. That's not what I'm about. You know, and it's crazy. I think this is a great conversation, people. That's needed.
Yeah.
I'm not on here trying to make nobody look bad. Yeah.
It's important because when my mom and dad divorced, he had another child, my sister, but he let me know. I met my sister. You see what I'm saying? So he didn't keep that from me. Well, son, you have a sister.
No.
You know, and
hold it right there. My dear sister, I'm gonna let you talk. Hold on. Now, Rhea Margie Johnson said that little girl doesn't understand the amount of hurt and pain her mama was saving from her. No, she wasn't hurt. No, her mom was saving for herself. She wasn't saving for the daughter. It was all about the mother. That's what that was all about. And she said it. I closed you. I took care of you. You know, that's what that's about. They're not saving these children. They saving themselves. That's what it's all about. It ain't about the child. It's about them. That's what that's about. Selfish. That's selfish. That's what that is. And that's why go ahead, my dear sister. Hold on, dear sister. Hold on. That's why when you go into these courthouses and these child custody cases, the courts are supposed to do what's best interest of the child. And that's what I'm saying to the parent today, the mom. You have to do what's best interest of the child. Okay, you're grown. You can make a decision whether you want to be with the father or not. That's okay. Don't have a problem with that. Okay, go ahead, 900. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
See, it's just, I understand everything that you're saying, and I just don't understand why some women, they don't understand that. She's the lady claiming that the mother was protecting her child from hurt that she don't know about. And I'm like, that's not your decision to make for your child.
Right.
Like you had a relationship with that man, but that relationship that he has with your daughter, that's a totally different relationship. Like, he's a part of her. And so she has a right to know. And so you just completely making that decision for her is robbing her of that independence and that choice that she has as her own being. And this is why I said a lot of these women out here, they have these children and they view them as an extension of themselves. Like they don't view them as their own living, breathing person with their own feelings and ideas and own, own being, own soul and spirit. As well, I birthed you, so you belong to me, and you mine, and that's what they see them as. And a lot of it comes from they just had the baby just to prove themselves or to prove they could do something, and it's this unhealthy view of children that a lot of these women have. It's just to have something just call their own. It's just unhealthy.
Well, let me just say this. Helen Gary says, I think it's Gary, I am a single mother who have a son, and the father also wants to be bothered with our son if we were together. That's not what we're talking about on here. We're talking about allowing our sons, the mothers allowing their sons or daughters to know who their father is, whether they know his first and last name. That's what we talk about. We're not talking about whether the father want to be in a relationship with you or not. That's what we're talking about. So we don't want to flip the script on this conversation. I just want to get that to my audience.
That's not flipping the script.
Hey, Mark,
it just seems like you just stepping on some toes.
Okay.
I'm going to get off.
He do know his
Okay.
father then,
Thank you.
correct?
Yeah.
All right, good night.
Good night. All right.
He know his father then, correct?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So that's the main concern. We don't want to do, we don't want to come on here and make excuses. Well, see, that's justifying that behavior, because that dirty behavior. That we're not had nothing. Listen, when two grown people lay down, two consent adults lay down and have sex, and the baby is conceived, that's between the two adults. But the baby don't deserve to be mistreated. The baby should have a right to know who their father is. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. I got a new caller. Hold on. New caller, 801. 801 caller.
Hey, Martin, how you doing?
I'm blessed and highly favored. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I wanted to talk about that. When you guys are saying that the mothers need to let the fathers know about their babies. Sometimes.
No. Hold it. You got it wrong.
How did it go?
You got it wrong.
Okay, tell me how it was. Okay.
What we're saying
that's
is,
what the thing says on that.
Okay, this is what we're saying. Mothers should tell their sons or daughter who their father is. That's what we're saying.
Okay.
Now, we're not talking about whether he wants to be in their life or not, or he's a deadbeat, or we're not talking about none of that. That's what we're talking about. As a mother, you owe it to your son or daughter to allow them to know who their father is. That's what we're talking about.
Okay.
Go ahead, 801. Go ahead.
Then you're right about that. But in some cases, there are some criminal activities that the mother is trying to protect the child from, that she doesn't want that father in that child's life. I've dealt with that with my oldest son. I had to keep
hold it, sister. Hold it, sister. Again, let me repeat myself. It's a parent duty, a mother duty, to let the child know who their father is. Now, whether that mother want them to have a relationship with their father, that's between her and the child. But at least a mother could let them know who their father is.
Oh, I don't doubt that, because I let my son know who his father was, because he was not a product of what I wanted to happen to me. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't intend on having a child by his dad.
Okay.
It was he just took advantage of me. Okay. So, but he knew who his father was. He knew his grandmother, his grandparents on his dad's side and everything, and they knew the situation. But I kept my son away from him because of the violence that he was doing, that would got him killed. And me killed too.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
So sometimes in those cases, there's mothers that have to do that for their child, and not let the child know until it's later on that they tell the child that this is your father.
Yeah, but
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I understand. I know somebody right now. I got 4 babies by. Right now today, she's 40-some years old. Her mother would not tell her who her father is. That's my kid's mother. And that bothered her. It probably still bothers her right now today. I'm telling you, people.
And I understand.
And I'm just telling you.
To me, my mother.
Go ahead, sister.
My mother did the same thing to me. And when I got 23 years old I was 21 to go get my driver's license. And I thought my stepdad was my real dad. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I had heard other stories that who my real dad was. And I had met him and didn't even know it, and he didn't tell me he was my real dad. And my mom and dad had gotten married. My real dad and my mom got married and got divorced. My stepdad took over. So I didn't see that dad no more. And the other dad raised me. So when I got older and go get the driver's license, I'm sitting here like at the Social Security office trying to get the Social Security card and everything and all this other stuff to get the driver's license. And they tell me, well, no, we don't have your name here. And I go back to home. I called my aunt. I said, what is my name? And they told me, you need to talk to your mom, though. So I got my stuff together, and when I got back, I asked my mama, why did you change my name without me? She changed my name without me, not legally. You know what I'm saying? So I went to school with my stepdad's last name.
Wow.
All the way through school. If you look for me, you won't find me.
Wow.
I just talked about that too.
Yeah. Yeah, he just said
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you won't find me. I'm not a person.
Right. I got a new caller.
Right.
Hold it, ma'am. You don't have to go nowhere.
Let me chime in.
Okay. Let me take this new call. I'll let you chime in. Let me get this. I got to get this new. I don't want to leave nobody holding a long time. 8548.
Right.
8548, caller. 8548. Hey, caller, the last 4 digits of your telephone number is 8548. Caller.
Hello.
Yes. You're live, uncut.
Hello.
Ma'am, turn your phone down. Can you take me off speakerphone? Take me off speakerphone. Take me off speakerphone.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, loud and clear. No echo. Go ahead.
Great. I am so glad to be on. First thing, hurt people hurt people. Women have this control issue. Not all women, but have to control everything. I did comment in writing, but I also have an ex-daughter-in-law whose mother denied her and her brother the opportunity to know their father until they were old enough to do it themselves. Now, this ex-daughter-in-law is doing the same thing to me as the grandmother to my grandchildren. She refuses to let me have involvement with them. When I talk to them over the phone, I can hear that they've been talked about or they've overheard conversation about me. So women, it is not your responsibility to deny a child to know their parents. That's part of their heritage. That's part of their life. Allow them that and let them make that decision. They may not be any good to you, but that has nothing to do with you.
Mama, where you from?
So thank
I like
you
that.
for that.
I love that statement you just made.
Chicago.
Oh my God, you just that was it right there. Go
South side.
South side. Yeah. By the way, I believe 4 people just got shot. People over there on 70th and Halsted. I'm not going over there. I'm on the phone with you guys. Okay, go ahead, Oklahoma. Oklahoma want to make a comment. Go ahead, Oklahoma. Oklahoma, go ahead.
The young lady just spoke before this young lady just spoke. Now she her son knew her dad, his dad, and his side of the family. Now I call that protection because she said she didn't want her son around because of the violence. Now that was protection. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Well,
that was protection.
Right. Well, I
that
understand.
She wasn't.
But see.
Right. She wasn't bitter. She
right. But
she just kept her son away from the violence.
Yeah, Oklahoma. That's not what we're talking. We're talking about.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah,
I know that.
See, the thing is, I'm not gonna let these moms come on here and wiggle their way out of this.
Right.
It's your duty. I'm not gonna let y'all get on here and wiggle your way out. Well, he wasn't this. Well, he took advantage of me, or he did this. He should have showed up. He did. That's all you hear. He a deadbeat. He don't come around. He don't even know you. You got some women. And if I had it happen to me, I didn't even know they was pregnant by me. Had abortion. Me, women, listen, you got to do better. This ain't about bashing a woman. Got to do better. Got to do better.
But I was commending her because she said, she didn't stop her son from being, knowing her father, so that's all I was saying.
Okay. All right.
We all have a good night.
Okay, thank you, brother.
Thank you,
all right, thank you.
All right.
All right. But I believe this is a great conversation, one much needed.
Excellent conversation.
Yeah, people listen, this is real. These are the things that we don't talk about. These are the things that we sweep under the rug. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about it. I'm gonna have a conversation about too. I don't know when. I got a conversation that we're going to talk about a topic, a parent that has a lesbian or a homosexual family member, a son or daughter, how to handle that. A lot of parents in denial of that. So I want to talk about that another time, but I'm going to have a subject on that, the things that people don't want to talk about, So it's rough out here. I guess we've been on here about an hour, so I guess we did a good enough job talk about it. Anybody got anything else want to say before I close out? Been on here about an hour. Anything else?
I just simply say people make life harder than what it really is. Just give. All you do have to give freely and watch the gifts come back to you. You wouldn't have the arguments that children have with their parents if you're open and honest with these children. It is not complicated. People complicate lives.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm done for real.
Okay. Anybody else?
I just want to say I put my comment my thing in the comment, and that's a fact. So whatever anybody else has to say about accountability, I accounted for my givens, whatever I did, I accounted for it. Okay, so I've already been married and had kids, other kids beside that, and I counted. I never kept their father from I never kept their dad from them. They always know who their dad was, so they know now, and they still talk to their dad. We still friends with each other. So we gone and separated and married and did other things. They still know who their dad is. I've never kept that from them, and I never will. And all the grandkids know, and everybody. So they already knew. But the first one, I had to do that for myself and my parents. It was a dangerous thing back then. There was gangs going on. He was in a gang. And my dad was in the military, and he wasn't having it. So
okay.
We had to do that for our family on our side.
Okay. Thank you so much. 3268, you the last one. Make a comment. 3268. I think that's Roosevelt.
Well, Martin, I guess this conversation was very much needed. And like I said, even in my situation, even though I wasn't the father of this child, and I guess somebody can call me crazy, I don't know how come I felt like I was slighted in a certain way. But it's like what I said before, that even if you don't, I can understand everybody makes mistakes. Men make mistakes, even women make mistakes. But if there is a man, if you don't know who a child's father is, if there is a person who's willing to step up and maybe love your child,
right,
and wants to guide your child, give them the chance to do it, because sometimes blood, I don't think always makes family.
Yes, sir.
I think that it's the love that a person could have for a child. I think that could bind a child, and even if it's not their parent, but an adult and a child together. It's not always about anything biological or blood. I think it's just all about the love, and let it be all about the love today.
Okay.
That's what we need.
Thank you, Roosevelt. Let me read one more comment. I think this is beautiful. I think Nathaniel, I think I pronounced it right. Nathaniel said there's 1,001 reasons why you shouldn't let a father be in their kid's life, but not one reason to keep them a secret. That's understood. I understand that. I can agree with that. I can agree with that. Okay. I think Lisa made a good point too. Let me see what Lisa said. She said, let them know who the father is and the relationship y'all had. Let the child decide when they get older if they want a relationship with him. I agree with that too as well. All right. Let me see what the last call ID said. I have a child father who is a coach in Inglewood community, have 2 DNA tests and getting child support. I'm going to protect my child by any means necessary until I feel she's old enough to understand. Then I will sit her down and explain to her. I mean, this is the same thing. The lady, listen, you mustn't see that video, young lady. You mustn't see it. Let me just listen to this. Let me show you this video. You mustn't see this. You evidently you didn't see this. You mustn't hear it or nothing. But let me play it. Listen to this.
Okay.
Listen to this.
Terrible.
Listen to this.
I don't
Absolutely
care
terrible.
what she's saying. I wanted a dad. I've always wanted a dad. You
There
can
you
be
go.
that mother. You can always be a mother. And so it's like, but I still need my own father figure. It doesn't matter at all.
Thank you. Reality check. Whenever you hear women say, I was the mama and the daddy, this is what it does to kids.
I knew one day that I would have to sit up real down and talk to her and let her know who her father is. The time that I set forth for her was at the age of 16.
At the age of 16? But what if something was supposed to happen in between the time?
I was the mother. I was the one who took care of you, raised you.
You raised me, but I didn't have a father.
It did not matter whether you had a father or not.
It's about the mama.
Because I was the mother.
There it
I
is.
was the one that was supporting you, keeping a roof over your head, and making sure that you went to school and you got the education that you needed.
Okay. That's all I want to say. So, Miss, I don't know where you've been in the conversation, but this is what we're talking about avoiding. So this is what I'm talking about. All right, we out of here, people. This is live, uncut, unedited. All right.
Have a good night.
Good night. You already know
Thank
what it
you all.
is. No problem. Live, uncut, unedited. This is where we tell the truth
And what?
and shame the devil.
Don't know about
I
you.
love being black.
Thank y'all for tuning in. This is live uncut. Make sure you share the video.